day, Dawns ARKS. Welcome everyone to your weekly, Phantasy Star podcast recorded live on October 3rd, 2021. I'm one of your hosts, PrinceBrightstar. Xance has off this episode. So, it's been quite an interesting week, hasn't it, with everything that's been going on. Of course, we do have an update on the whole ARKS challenge program, which we'll be talking about shortly here. But there are some other things that we need to get through here first. We're going to start off today with the, of course, ending earlier today. It was PSO2 day, so I hope you all managed to get your Star Gems for this, as well as taking advantage of the bonuses that were going on. Along with that, we also have an update on the Twitter campaign for the Sonic Colors Ultimate retweet campaign here. So we did get a, yes, Rooks, we are getting a broadcast soon. I'll be covering that later in the show here. But we did make the goal here. So in the future, we will be receiving the Tails doll mag form here. So that will be coming. We don't know when specifically, but it is going to be coming in the future, as they say here, at a later date. Moving on from that, though, we did finally hit 9 million ARKS worldwide, and so there is a celebration campaign going on for that. Scrolling down here a little bit, there is a 9 million AC total Twitter giveaway, which is actually, I would call, labeled incorrectly. Or no, I apologize. Yeah, it's so basically 10,000 AC are going to be given to 900 users randomly selected amongst those who tweeted with the hashtag congrats 9 million ARKS during the campaign period. That is going to go from September 28th until October 12th, so make sure you do send that tweet out. They go into the specific details of what you have to do to actually claim that, or rather to be in the pool of available players to actually get access to that. There's also another campaign going on here, whereby if you say the keyword congrats _ 9M _ ARKS, you're going to receive 100 Star Gems in-game in the form of a ticket. And then there is a deadline to receive that of November 13th, so just make sure you get it done before then. We've also got a 9 million ARKS Worldwide Celebration Boost event going on. There's a Part 1 and a Part 2 to this. So for Part 1 of this, it goes until October 5th. And during this period, there's going to be a rare drop rate plus 50% applied. And during Part 2 of this, which goes from October 6th until October 12th, there's going to be an extra 20% experience earned. So, depending upon how things play out with the October release calendar, that could end up being useful for some players that are looking to take advantage of that to get Bouncer leveled up. But again, we don't know when Bouncer is releasing specifically. I'm hoping it's in the early portion of the month, but we should find out about that shortly. There's also a 9 million ARKS Worldwide Celebration valuable items available for purchase. I'll just straight up say this. Aside from the Salon Free Pass with the premium set, the rest of these just really don't seem to be worth it in my eye. Just go for the premium one if you want to get the Salon Pass. But the rest of these, yeah, I just don't see the value in them. Moving on from that, we do have a limited time task from the ARKS Challenge program that can be accepted by each character on an account. That is basically, this is sort of the big topic of this week here, in the fact that basically the program rolled out, and then so many issues happened with this challenge that Sega had to roll the whole thing back and cancel the campaign. And it came down to simply the question of there were two main things that were going on here. So the first issue was that this campaign could be done across multiple characters. And a lot of the community was like saying, yeah, finally, thank you. We can do this across multiple characters. It makes sense for us to have multiple characters now. But no, that's not what they intended. And so they had to do an emergency maintenance, or rather they had to take that down, basically, and set it to just one account. Or rather, once per account to get it. But then, there was another issue that popped up, whereby the count that was going on for the limited time quests, those were resetting. And literally, I have to ask the question, how hard is it to count from 1 to 10 and to make sure that that is stored correctly in the database? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, look, I know a lot of blame is being placed on the director right now, but this is something that they would likely not have even had a hand in. This is something that somebody low level, one of the programmers or one of the developers, somebody lower than them, likely is the cause of this one. And I don't understand where the problem is, where they were hooking into incorrectly to cause this issue to even happen in the first place. I mean, we've had other quests that count correctly in the past, even if you log off and log back in. So, what went wrong here? It blows my mind that things went this far on this whole thing. And this tells me that whatever happened, nobody, like, QA checked this thing. Which is really, really... like, how do you even mess that up? This leaves me in the position of thinking that maybe this was an unplanned event, this whole ARKS challenge program, and that it didn't actually get the proper checks that needed to be done in order to roll this thing out. So, and now basically we're just left with a canceled program campaign. It's such a disappointment that they can't even handle a simple event like this without it going wrong. And so, as an apology for this, for the emergency maintenance, they gave out a 20-star gem ticket, and then as an apology for the cancellation of the ARKS Challenge program, they gave out another 100-star gem ticket as well as a 50-star gem ticket. And a couple more tabs here kind of go into the details of what was going on in the campaign. Once again, the issue where... let's see, this is... yeah, there was also an issue where players were attempting to open the task list, and apparently that was causing players to crash out of the game as well. So it's really disappointing that they can't even handle what would seem like an extremely simple event here, and just the whole thing just blows up in their face to the point where they just have to cancel the whole thing. Just for detail here on what was actually included in the program itself. So there was the possibility to get 100 star gems after the fix of doing once per account was applied. For that, you were going to get a 20-star gem ticket for each defeating 300 altars, 300 dolls, 10 enhanced enemies, 10 dread enemies, and completing 5 urgent quests. So, yeah, it's really disappointing that an event like this had to be canceled at a time when really the community is just up in arms at what's going on here. Which, I'm questioning how we managed to get up to 9 million ARKS at the same time that this happened. I'm really confused by that. Maybe we just happened to luck into it with new players, but I don't know. So that's just... the whole thing blew up, and it's a real disappointment. Really gives... I would say at this point, this is a classic Sagak moment. And I think I've said it on this show before, but if you're unaware, Sagak was the name that was given to the United States Sega team when they were managing Phantasy Star Universe for the US and European version. And the game was essentially months to years behind on content, and they had all these mishaps happen in just trying to roll out content and such. It's really a bad situation, and it really shows how far the team has fallen since the launch of New Genesis, and showing that there really didn't seem to be enough content to begin with here, and the fact that they're failing to even put out just the most basic of content at this point it really shows that not enough attention was paid to what was really important in all this. And aside from that, there are other bugs as well here. There was a bug that where the clinging Rappy earring and the stamp Ash handoff could not be put up for sale in personal shops. That was fixed on September 28th. And then they also have a couple more announcements. This was from the September 29th end of scheduled maintenance here. For this one, they did distribute some items to players. So if you played an AC Scratch ticket during the 8-4 Play AC Scratch ticket campaign, then you got yourself 10 end grinders. And then if you were a player that belonged to an alliance of 4 or more members, during the 8-4 Summertime's ARKS support campaign, then you also got yourself a 50 Star Gem ticket. Yeah, I guess at this point, Sega really is being applied to Sega of Japan in this case, given what's going on here. Unless this didn't happen on the Japanese side, but I would be really surprised if it didn't here, given how bad this bug was. In terms of other bugs, they also addressed the phenomenon where the server load increased and caused some lag to occur. So they're going to continue monitoring the situation. I haven't noticed anything, but at the same time, my playtime has been greatly reduced during the past several weeks here. In terms of issues that were fixed in New Genesis and PSO2, they addressed a bug that sometimes caused the game to crash while navigating the Scratch Ticket menu or while loading, and they also fixed a bug where Scratch Tickets sometimes could not be played under certain conditions. And there was another bug on the PSO2 side. They fixed a bug where the Magatsu Bonus Key Silver and Magatsu Bonus Key Gold were sometimes distributed as special present rewards, which... why would you take that away at this point? If your New Genesis side is effectively failing, why would you take that away from players that were looking for something to do, something to keep playing the game? And from what I understand, I was also reading a report that somebody was also getting the bonus key rainbows, the Tokyo bonus key rainbows as well. But that I haven't run into that myself. Honestly, I haven't touched PSO2 in quite a while, aside from updating the Time for War Alliance room. Yeah, once again, same thing here about that bug with the Magatsu keys. All right, let's at least move into some better news here. They have announced the nominated entries in the stamp drawing contest, as well as other contests, which we'll be getting through here as we progress through all these tabs here. So for the anniversary category, you've got the Rupika Stare, the Judgmental Rappy, the Smug Shiva, the Good Night, Angry Peta Sword, a Fin Shrug, Manon Scared, Blight Please. That one could actually be useful for players. The Sing Sing Sing, Ash Fired Up, Risa Stare, and most of the rest of these are going to be in Japanese, so I won't be able to read the names, but you have a Rappy that's kind of shocked here, Manon, kind of shocked as well. Yeah, a bunch of other ones showing here. Got a couple of the like the Rappy and the Sunny and the bird tame that they're just kind of all hiding under a little leaf there. You got a Sana. You even got somebody doing a Luther one here. And apparently this tame is also becoming pretty popular here as well. So yeah, quite a bunch of them have been nominated here. They don't say specifically that these are winners though, so I guess we'll have to see if this list shrinks down as time goes on here. And yeah, Lord Samuel, I agree. There's very little to do in the game if you've reached endgame at this point, aside from getting your dailies and weeklies done. Moving on to the stamp drawing contest for the open category. So you have a thank you from Gora and Aina. You have Arkama and Arkamami. Cake for you. A rappy congratulations. Actually, 2 of those here. Looks like most of these are actually from Japanese players here. You even got one of the dolls saying thank you. You got the 2 versions of Ash here saying congratulations. So yeah, quite a lot of them are saying the same thing here. So we might only get 1 thank you, 1 congratulations, but I guess we'll see. All right, let's move on to the outfits. This is where things get kind of interesting here. So this is the accessory category. So, or no, this is my apologies. This is the full outfit set. So for this, the first one you got is the incognito gear. Seems pretty nice. The Panda Punk. Interesting. You got the Rosa Lacrimosa. The Bunbot, which I guess is going to be sort of like a... It's going to be a bunny outfit for Cass then. The Plague Eradicator. The Magic White. Arks Brawler. That seems like a pretty nice jacket there. The Weltzer Karn. Lightwing Dancer. Rain Skipper. The DCSH4. Which... That's an interesting name for that. Digital Combat Shell 4. Okay, that makes sense. You got the Set Gaia Soldier. Which I guess that thing is made of a lot of feathers on there or something. You got both a male and female for that one. Erudite Prism. Which actually has some themes of Shiva's outfit. Empyrean. Transfer, that is. The Astra Draga. Which seems like a pretty interesting cast set there. Or maybe it's a general set, but it gives... would give another sort of dragon-like look to things, I guess. Elegant Knight. The Filja set. And then, once again, the rest of these I'm not really able to name for you since they're in Japanese here. This... Okay, I got a couple of pets there. This seems to be some sort of a Yeti costume. Or maybe it's intended to be small. Can't really tell, there's no sense of scale on that one. this might be a panda costume. Suit with a cape on the back. Not really sure what to make of this one, although it looks kind of nice. I guess if you wanted to have some bird wings, you could, this would work. Not too much to say about that one. Yeah, this one at least, I'd say has some interesting, I don't know what you want to call these on the back here. I can't tell if that's actually reflective or, like, clear or something like that. I'm not even sure about this one. Is this supposed to be just a sphere for a costume? Alright, this one has a pretty nice long coat, along with some things hanging from the arms there. At this point, I'm going to start kind of moving through these a little bit faster here, since we got a ton of this page still to go here. Looks like this is a costume that allows you to turn invisible. And you've got a shark costume. Which, okay, I guess, I'm expecting, if this actually does go through, we're going to... No, it's not a shark. I was thinking for a moment there, if this actually was a shark costume, I mean, I would expect the PSO2 to now have a rendition of Baby Shark being made. This one seems fairly nice. Yeah, just costume after costume. Oh, there's even a bigger shark over here. So 2 people sent in entries for sharks and both got nominated. Yeah, we've got the marlin already, but that's not a shark. Guess you could kind of make this out to be sort of like a futuristic nun, I guess. Now this is a Lillipin bot, apparently, which is interesting considering they're not from Lillipin. So actually, I'm not sure if that says Lillipin there, because they're really from Urzamot. If you're unaware, that's a little thing from Phantasy Star Online 2S Season 3, I believe. You've also got a giant ape costume. So that's perfect because, well, at least for the Japanese version, you got Godzilla as well. So now you'll be able to do King Kong versus Godzilla. This one seems to be sort of, I guess, gas mask related. Xander, we'll have to see about that one. I really don't know. Now, this is interesting. This costume sort of gives me the feeling, even though there's like tentacles and such on it, it also sort of has the feeling of there were certain creatures that were in the original Algol series of Phantasy Star that kind of looked like this a bit, and I'm wondering if maybe that's what they were going for here. Oh, it's a gorilla. Okay, This one just gives you a big helmet there, along with a decent piece of armor. This one just seems to be like a schoolgirl outfit or something like that. A crab. Sure, why not? Let's go ahead and just bring in the giant enemy crab memes here, shall we? All right, and so that's the end of this list here. A bunch of good nominations, I would say here. I'd be happy with most of these showing up in the game. Let's move on to the accessory category now here. So we've got the ARKS Flight Visor, which we got different glasses and such in the past, but you know what, this one seems like it might be pretty nice. You can get an arrow quiver, or a rugged hip quiver as it's called, a photon heart accessory. And then this one's kind of interesting. If you're unaware, I've been saying in the Secrets of New Genesis series I've been working on that dolls may eventually become a playable race. Well, this would seem to be a first step towards that, if you can get dolls-like accessories on your body. So in this case, a doll tail. You got the Thorn Maiden mask, along with the Photon Blade Orbit, which is it's essentially based on, from what I can tell, the Orbit series that was in base PSO2. So to turn that into an accessory from the original weapon series that it was. You got the Restasine Beret and Reverser Sign Beret. And then you get the Cresta Draga. So whoever was working on the Cresta Draga outfit obviously wanted to get this accessory done as well. So this would definitely seem to, if it's not going to be for a cast, it would definitely be a good outfit for everybody. The Falja legs and chassis. So this is interesting. This would be essentially the first sort of Centaur-like outfit that players could potentially wear in this case. The rest of these don't have English names for the most part here. Looks like you got some eye piercings here. You can have some glowing hands. This one, to me, this looks like they were trying to go for a brand new game feature rather than an accessory, because this seems like it's designed to be a camera that you can just move around at will. Or maybe it's the frame itself that's supposed to be the accessory, like the frame and what time it is and the fact that it's recording. Maybe that's what the accessory is. You got a new pet riding on your head here. Now, this one doesn't leave much to the imagination, does it? Let's see. This appears to be some sort of a basket of reverser and Restasines. This is similar to how the final boss Sodam looks in base PSO2. And then not quite sure what to make of this. It's definitely cool looking though. And then I guess if you wanted to get some sort of like Super Saiyan hair, Super Saiyan 3 going on, there you go. But this one, eyeglasses with an earring-like accessory on it. This appears to have wrappies constantly around you. So maybe turn that that wrappy emote into an accessory instead, and just constantly have it around you. You got some feathered wings here. And these appear to be just like little spotlights that you can put on a character. That would shrink and grow over time, and possibly disappear as well. Kind of similar to like how you have different you have those kind of lights on like planes and on very large buildings and towers. This one, is this supposed to be a unicycle? I'm not quite sure I get this one. Of course, the bosoms are pretty popular as well. In fact, looks like we got 2 of those here. We have a pie on the head. Or is that a pizza? I can't tell. Probably a pie. And then, of course, being able to just stick rest a sign and reverse your sign all over your body could be fun. This one here gives you a mag face, it looks like. And this would be a wristwatch accessory, which I don't think we have any of those. Giant set of wings, or maybe not so giant, but wings that have been damaged. And then I guess these would just be sort of funny funny accessories rather, for a player to have on. Of course, we have all the food that we've been eating as accessories, so why not have a drink as well? You can give yourself an LED face mask. That'd be pretty cool. This one sort of straight up looks like an Evangelion set of teeth, if I'm being honest here. This one here gives you basically a dark cloud that you can put anywhere, whether that be over your face or over your eyes, or as just over your heart. You've got the doll helmet here, which would go along with the doll tail as well. You got a set of fairy wings or something here. How about a head replacement that, this is sort of similar to the other one that we saw a moment ago, but has different emotions on it, it looks like. Then we can have, this one is promoting the idea of something swirling around your body, whether it just be a streak of light, a flame, or a lightning bolt. This one gives you, looks like a chainsaw on a tail. And then what is this? This seems to be battle damage for a cast, which I guess it would work by, you would have to just slot the thing into the cast part there. You got multiple colors of what appear to be 6-packs here. As well as this appears to be a type of hair here, which would allow it to lift up. MJR Blade Wolf, I'm not familiar with that. Looks like you can also have an accessory to potentially put a different moon behind yourself. Which, that would be interesting. to just have a moon following you. Platform shoes here. Well, not platform shoes, but you gotta keep your balance on those, that's for certain. Giant zipper on a coat. And, of course, another giant bosom there. This one would allow you to show your character being asleep. Ah, gotcha. Thanks, Rooks. And thank you, Xandor, as well. Something else to eat here. Looks like some sort of a roll-up. And a face mask, which gives you a giant set of teeth there. This appears to be some sort of like a digital cape or something like that. Split down the middle. And for this one, you can make it look like your body is crystallizing. And how about a giant thumb for a thumbs up or something like that? Giant boots and gloves. Another set of bosoms. And some sort of a, I guess a science fiction knight helmet or something like that. So yeah, a lot of different ideas in here. We'll see which ones actually get implemented into the game in the future. Alright, moving on from that. Sega did recently put out an announcement regarding support for New Genesis on Windows 11. They say they're currently in the final stages of the operation check for PSO2 New Genesis on Windows 11, and they ask players not to install Windows 11 until they have completed that check. And that makes sense given that GameGuard does not work on Windows 11 at this time, so yeah, don't upgrade. That's the basic word on that for the time being. Alright, so moving on to the most recent AC Scratch reveal. This is for the Oracle Renew Collection number 3. Let's take a look at that real quick here. And with this one, the End Divine Priest and the End Bright Blossom are coming back. That includes Io's and Katori's outfits. And a puppy flying around on balloons in the back there. These here, of course, are AC Scratch ticket prizes. Alright, and just scrolling through the list here again, you got the End Divine Dancer in several colors, End Bright Blossom in several colors, the End Edel Zelen in several colors, and the End Divine Priest sets, along with the End Risty Boyness. And then you've got the 2 pose, the 2 finger pose, air quotes, rock on, and long and straight alt, and eternal form layered. So that sort of gives you multiple colors in the hair there. The Iotic hair, the Animatica eyes B, along with human eyes B. More animatic eyebrows. Or, no, these are eyebrows and eyelashes here. And then more facial scars, along with a bandits in a flush, along with flushed cheeks. The Papillon Tattoo T1B, which is that butterfly in the back there. Along with Blossom Paint, which that covers the hands and the legs and feet there. Along with the Blossom Ribbon and the Seraphic Feather. And then there's the Aura Surge in several colors here. The appearance of this item will not change even if the rotation settings are changed. Furthermore, the item size changes only when the Z-axis option and the size settings are changed. So this one is limited on what you can change on it. You also got the tail stabilizer, 2 types of that. The Japanese fan, the pinwheel earring. There's that balloon dog. Then you got the core gauntlet, the pom-pom ornament, and the wing ear cuff. And then there's the strapless chest. And then if we scroll back up, we have the scratch count bonuses. So at 5 draws, you get the triple pierce earrings. At 10, you get the Oka hair ornament, Grace. At 20, you get the airy ribbon white. 25, the double cowlick S. At 35, you get the Oka ponytail. 45, you get the braided half updo. And that's it, aside from the Oracle C3 tickets that you can also get. Alright, so just a quick look at the update map, or rather the roadmap here. So we do know Bouncer's releasing in the fall. We're in the fall now, and the hope is that that's going to be happening really, really soon here, especially given what's happening on Tuesday. Winter PSO2 New Genesis Major Update Part 1, of course, is going to release the new region, along with the implementation of the level 35 level cap, as well as new class skills and new techniques. That's the one that everybody's waiting for. Until then, we got Bouncer coming up, we got the release of Trigger Quest, implementation of mission passes, and the implementation of the Evolution Device Share system. And of course, coming this Tuesday, I'm planning to be awake for this one here, so again, another headline. NGS headline is happening. For this one, they are updating players around the world about the present and future of NGS. They're going to be talking about current operations, future updates, intriguing campaigns, and other related topics. In this update, in this episode, they're sharing Hero is sharing with us the latest information on NGS with videos, including the new class Bouncer and the Halloween event coming in October. Additionally, there will be a special teaser of the new region coming in December, which, by the way, if you haven't noticed, the new region has been getting updates throughout the past several months here. So now if you look out there, you can find where the different cocoons, as well as the Tower Quest is, along with where the different Ryuker devices are going to be. So check it out if you haven't recently. And so that's pretty much everything related to New Genesis for this episode. Nothing new is going on with Affinia or Clementine at this time, but we do have one more update for you today, and this is actually an update from Project Deluge. If you haven't heard of this project before, it's basically an ongoing project to archive and assess all the items featured in a lot of video game development materials that have been gathered over the course of many years. And if we go onto the Sega Dreamcast list here, and if we just type in Phantasy Star, you'll see that as part of this collection there was a prototype found of PSO version 2, which was from August 22nd, 2001. Now if we click into that, this prototype came into existence 6 days before the final US build happened. Let me go ahead and zoom this in if I can here. This is an English localization prototype, and it's almost the same as the final build, but with the following changes. All other files are completely identical in comparison. So in dp/www/index.htm, a message was added to the page in the final to serve as a notification to ensure that the date and time on the console is correct before purchasing a hunter's license. This did not exist in this particular build on this page here. Also, the dp_address.jpn was altered. The iwashi.c file was altered. Encrypted copy protection file, they're not entirely sure about that one there. And then in pso/quest/01_s.bin, the line me pd I don't know how to speak Spanish, so my apologies here. Reconguera algunos gracias reads me pidi cogera algunos gracias. So, looks like they added a couple of characters into that in that particular build. After that, then, they go into some of the executable information, along with header information, the volume information, and down here towards the bottom, they have the origin of this, which was a disc that was pressed as a gigabyte disc here, as the prototype version here. So it's interesting when things like this are found in the community. I've always been interested in sort of the different things that go into the development of the game. What existed before the final release. Sometimes that can give us a hint into what developers were thinking as they were putting different games together, what content might have been lost during that whole process. So not much of a change in this one, but this is still interesting to know that a prototype was eventually found of this of PSO version 2. Alright, and so with that brings us to the end of this episode. As I mentioned before, I'm going to be streaming live on Tuesday, taking a look at the next NGS headline, because honestly, that's going to be a real make or break for the game at this point, because really, Sega needs to start addressing what's going on here. Even if it's like a minor address here, they gotta say something at this point. And not just be, okay, here's Bouncer, here's your Halloween event, we'll see you in winter. Because the player base is just not going to accept that at this point. We need to see more of what's coming. And yes, they did say that there's going to be a preview coming of the next region, but that alone, I don't think it's going to be enough if they just show that. Unless they really wow us in some way, I don't think the community is going to accept that. But we'll see. In any case, thank you for joining me today. Day has dawned. Have a great day, everyone.